Welcome to Wood Turning with Dick. I had half a pint of, no, not cider, not lager, not wine, not vodka. I had half a pint of resin. No, I didn't drink it. That was going to go to waste. So I rushed around the workshop, found a cracked bit of bog oak, and very slowly poured it down the crack there that you can see. Huge, great crack, which made the piece not unusable, but impractical for most things that I was considering. So I poured it straight down the crack, the half pint. It's not reached all the way to the top. 2 airtight bags around it, both taped up like this. I thought, well, gonna give it a try. I've not got a pressure pot, so those of you that have got pressure pots and do resin work, you're gonna piss yourselves laughing at me right now. But let's have a look, see how it turned out. Woohoo! No leaks. Put a couple of struts of wood down the corner to fill a gap that was in the side. This is all going to be stuck to this. Okay, well, it looks like the resin got up quite a long way. Well, that's staying on there. I'll trim that off. Right, now the question is, how far did the resin reach down in here? Ooh. About here, which is about the top of it, bar some leakage up. Now the next question is what to try and make. I very much doubt, and this is probably going to end up in the burn pile, that it's penetrated all the cracks and splits in the bog oak, because bog oak is so full of splits. I mean, look at them up here. It's not going to have leaked up and not trapped air bubbles, and there's going to be spaces of air where there are cracks and splits. But I'm still going to turn it. Now, the question is what to make. I've got this off-cut Amerelo, I can't say it, Amerelo, which you can't buy anymore apparently, hence why I've saved this funny shaped little wedge. So I think if I flatten that on the belt sander, it's nice, the right size for it, flatten that on the belt sander, glue that on like that, then make a bowl sort of here, in definitely the area where the resin's got into. Just hoping that the resin's got into every crack and split. Let's give that a try. Why not? Yeah, they're not coming out until they're turned out, but that's not a problem, they will come out. It's going to be quite a small bowl, but hopefully some of that resin is going to look quite attractive wherever it lands up. That's stuck on there now, so whilst I can't turn it yet because I've got to wait for the glue to dry for 24 hours, it's had long enough clamp time. I was thinking, having had a little play here, resin top is about there. What do you reckon to about here? Cutting the excess off, that might make one good pen blank for somebody. Nice small bowl with a nice lump of yellow on the edge of it. Well, the resin got in this big crack here. I don't know if you can make that out there, but didn't get into this small one here. I suspected it might be the case. I'll probably end up just stuffing a load of bog oak dust into that with some super glue to fill the holes. That yellow is very yellow, isn't it? I'm currently toying with the idea of taking that spare bit of yellow, making some sawdust and filling the cracks that aren't filled with resin. Quite liking that idea. Same on the inside. That's just 400 grit at the moment, and I think that yellow is stunning. I'll put my sander sealer on that first. Save any bog oak dust in the very tight grain of the yellow. Oh, that is yellow. Really contrasts nicely with the bog oak. I did put some dust grains in any gaps I found. You see some here with super glue. It's not perfect, it's not ideal. And you can see some of the blue there of the resin. Subtle. Depending on how thin I do the bowl will depend on how visible that resin is. That might turn out better than I expected it will. We will see. I was going to do this extremely thin to appreciate the resin light coming through the resin, but do you know what? No. I'm going to put a nice fat rim in and do a couple of U's in the rim, I think. All right, let's dig the middle out and then we'll decide what we're doing. At the moment I've got a nice slant down in. That to get out maybe. We'll see. To answer the question that I've had a few times recently, the rim, that U, nice deep U in there, I achieved that with a smaller bowl gouge than this. I'll use this initially just to dig out the start of it. But coming in from the edge, slowly deepening the hole to the middle, bringing the tool round again, and then just coming in from that side as well, and vice versa. Keep swapping and changing. You'll see that. I won't do too quick a video for this bit. As the U gets deeper, I bring the tool up towards the middle so there's no catches. Continued at this angle or over at the side, it's going to jut into this bit and bounce and catch. Same with this way. If you over at this angle, you're going to cut into this side. So I tend to keep the angle fairly steep this way as you come towards the middle. Now I'll move on to the smaller bowl gouge just to get the final curves. Again, with increasing the angle this way as you get towards the middle. All I'm doing now is just rounding it out. In answer to the query as to whether I need a pressure pot or not, the answer is hell yes. Can you see the micro fine bubbles in that resin? That was just because it was sat, the air bubbles were leaking through the wood and they get caught in the resin. Okay, so less apparent now with a little bit of wax on there, but they'll always be slightly visible to somebody like me who's looking at them. So sooner or later I am going to get myself a pressure pot. Still just an attractive little bowl. I'll see what Lenore thinks of it and whether or not it's worthy to sell. If it is, then she'll gild it. I wonder what colours she'll choose. To be determined.